Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Jack and I've been trading the markets for the last 7 years, and today I want to share with you the easiest way to operate on Bitcoin, the easiest way to do trading with Bitcoin in a long term, so we can obviously win our profits in the long term and not doing like any type of scalping. In this case, we're going to be doing more swing trading so you can hold your positions and get the most profit possible. So let's dive straight into the charts, and as we can see, just now we are in the weekly time frame, but we're going to move even one up and we're going to go to a monthly time frame so we can see where the price is going, because what we're going to use to find basically the direction is market structure. Okay, market structure is in any time frame, but obviously the higher the time frame is, the more confirmations we have. So what first we're going to look is where is cheap and where is expensive right now in the market, depending on the different time frames, so we can know where we're going. In this case, it's Bitcoin, and we all know it's going to be an uptrend. So if we take a look in the monthly chart, first thing we're going to see is this market structure. Okay, you know the market structure moves very simple, and it either goes up or it goes down. In this case, it either goes up like I'm showing you here, or it can go down like I'm showing you here. And what we basically can see here is lower highs and higher highs, lower highs and higher highs, and vice versa. What we're going to look basically is for the market structure to shift itself. In this case, what they call it is a break of structure. Okay, so what we're going to be looking for is, in this case here, when the price has broken here. Obviously, we've got to play with the time frames to see which is the best direction to take. Obviously, in Bitcoin, most of the times it's going to be in an uptrend, but in other markets, we can use it to sell so we can get most profit out of it before things starts to crumble down. So now we're in a monthly time frame. What we're going to look at is, like I said, we're going to fetch for the high, okay, the last high we've ever had. In this case, it's a record, and the low from the last impulse. Okay, so we have this huge impulse from 24,000 to 73,000. So this is my low and my high. In this case, we're in an uptrend, so I've got the first confirmation to start buying, to start looking for these buys. So now we're going to go down to a weekly time frame, and now we're in this weekly time frame, we can see a different market structure, and we can see how we can play with that. So we have the first confirmation for the monthly, so now we're going to go for the weekly. In this case, we have the weekly right here. Okay, we have the same high because obviously it's a record and it's the same movement. This is very important. It must be the same movement, because if this would retrace and then go higher up, then we could see a market structure and be thinking it's a uptrend, but really it is a downtrend. So once we've got this ready, we have two confirmations for the buying, and this is enough for me for holding any cryptocurrencies. Now we've got this ready, we're going to go down to a daily time frame and see how we could fetch any trades. So now we're down to a daily time frame, we can see some of the market structure break, and this is where it comes interesting, because obviously what we want to do is see the break to be able to get some trades up. So when we're looking at this here, we can see easy, this is the last market shift. Okay, so price went down, this is a retracement, and went up. So this is my high and this is my low. So once I've got this ready, I've only got to wait for it to either break up or break down to be able to continue. Because remember, to do any type of trading, it isn't very important to know where it's going to go. It's more important to react while it's going. Okay, that's the most important if we want to make any profits here. So we can see how it broke structure here, and our direction is to go up. So what we're going to do is going to fetch for buys. So once I've seen this here, now I have an opportunity here to start looking for buys. Okay, but we're not going to look at it in a daily time frame. We're going to go one down to now see where we can find a break of structure, but in the upways. So let's go down to 4-hour time frame, and here's where it comes interesting, where we can find most of the opportunities. If we look straight down, we can find another market structure that is broken. Okay, so if we look around here, we can see it just here. So this is the easiest way to actually find any entries, because it's very basic, very simple, and most of the people can do it, even if you've got a normal regular job or not, because you're working on a weekly and daily and 4-hour time frame. But obviously everybody can have a look at this, just at least 5 minutes to be able to take a buy or sell their positions. So now we've got this here, when are we going to exit? Because obviously we're going to be entering here with this candle breaking this high. Okay, So we'll be entering more or less here. So let's simulate this long position. Where do we want to leave? Now we've got to look at is we've got this impulse here, okay? So now we've got market structure here, isn't broken, retraces again, and continues up, okay? So we have another swing low here, and we have another one just here, and we can see how it just continuously goes up and up and up until it will break in some moment, because obviously there's some manipulation as well in the markets, because otherwise it would be even too easy. So we've got this last market shift here, okay, nobody goes higher than this, and then it starts crumbling down again. Must take notice as well that most of the times if there's going to be any move up to the upside or the downside with more or less high volume, there's always going to be small periods where it is quite stable. As we can see just here, we've had stable market all this time, but this is only because then it's going to move either down or it's going to continue up. Okay, so you always take clear that if this starts happening, probably there's going to be a next movement, and it's always good to more or less try and sell when it's on the high of this range. Okay, so now it's broken here, we'll be taking the profits here. So in this case, we'll be taking the profits in this part here. In this case, it's a 7% we could have won, but obviously we can do this all the time. So obviously we're not trading in futures, so we can't sell, but now we'll wait for our next step in. So now we're back to a daily. We're just going to have to find again where the market is shifting. Like in the 4-hour time frame, we have the last market here. So back to the 4-hour, we've basically just got to look now where we could enter again. So as we can see, there's basically market structure creating all the downside. Okay, so what we've got to wait is for it to break basically. So once we can see this impulse here, then comes this one just around here, and it continues down until we hit this one here. Okay, so once we hit this one here, we can enter again a position to buy. Obviously we could hold it all in one turn and not sell anything, because it's the easiest way as well to actually buy these dips and be able to get the maximum profit possible when it hits the new highs. So now we're back here, we'll be entering again another position in this part over here. So now we'll be waiting again for market structure to crumble back down. In this case, we can see market structure crumbled down right here. So in this case, we'll be taking another chunk of 12%. This is in the case that we want to sell it. If not, we could hold until it hits the new highs. But this comes interesting basically when we go back in the past and we see when the price was very low. Because obviously when the price is down here, right? Okay, when it's in 15,000, then it's when you can see that fear, and it's like, I don't know if I want to buy or not. But here when it comes interesting, because especially in the daily candles, we can see the market shift perfectly. As we can see, we were creating lows right here that created this low here. Okay, remember, for the market structure, it's always got to create highs and lows for it to be valid. So now it created a new low here. So we've got a new higher low around here. And guess what? It shifted the market. In this case, this would be more for holding and looking for the new highs, because through the way up, we're going to find there's going to be a lot of manipulation, and sometimes it can shift the market down, but really it's just a quick market shift and it continues up. So if we buy it very, very low, I would personally just sell it when it gets to recent highs. In this case, I'll be selling up here at 70 or 69 again. So if we mark out this here, and we'll be entering from down here, I mean, this is a huge opportunity, because we're talking about it's gone up basically at 250%. This in Bitcoin is quite a lot. Obviously, if we go to any other meme coins or things like that, 200% is basically nothing. You do that every day. But in Bitcoin, it's quite a lot of money. And obviously, Bitcoin is a lot more confident to trade than any other meme coin. And this has happened again, the same when it came down to 4,000, right? If everybody remembered in 2017 when it made the new highs, we could see how the market structure as well gave us the opportunity to buy it quite low when everybody was scared. Obviously, it's not perfect and things can change around and all that, but it's a quite reliable way to buy these dips. As I say, at least it's the one that I've been using for years and years. So, like I say, you don't have to buy always in the perfect spot, especially if you're holding. You can buy a dip here, a dip here, a dip here until it reverses. And I think that is the best way to actually make money out of Bitcoin. And look at this, look how beautiful this is. that this market structure got broken at literally 4,400. I mean, that is insane if we consider that after that it spiked up straight up again to 13,000, and then it came back low again and made the same thing. I'm talking about this would be the market structure here, and it went from 9,200 back up to 20,000, and from there to 60,000 and 70,000. But obviously I wouldn't hold from here down here straight up to 60, 70,000 because I haven't got guts for that. But for some people that have, that would be a huge profit. I mean, we're talking about a huge percentage. I mean, it would be a 600%. That, I think that is incredible. But more incredible would be if you would leave a huge like and a subscription to the channel. And if you like this type of content, but please leave a comment down below saying we want more content about this or the less analysis of Bitcoin, etc., etc. I'm Jack. I'll see you next time, and goodbye.